They say home is where the heart is. But what if your heart lives on top of a rock, inside a clock, or even in an egg? Which of these mind-blowing homes would you actually live in? Let's dive into 10 unbelievable houses you won't believe actually exist. And trust me, number 1 is going to blow your mind. So like this video if you're ready and let's get into it. Number 10, the house on the rock. What happens when a group of tired swimmers finds a random rock in the middle of a river? They build a house on it. Back in 1968, a bunch of friends in Serbia resting on the Drina River decided to put some wooden boards down to make it comfy, and somehow it turned into a full-on house. Now it's a national icon and has been featured in National Geographic. Would you sleep in a house surrounded by water, with no yard, just current? Number 9, the Carrot House, aka the world's narrowest home. What can you do with a space barely wider than your shoulders? Polish architect Jakub Szczęsny said, "Build a house." This one's only 122 centimeters wide at its thickest point. Built between 2 buildings in Warsaw in 2012, it was originally meant to last just 2 years, but it's now a must-see landmark. Want to write a novel in the tiniest house on Earth? Number 8, the Hobbit house in Wales. Think living in a Hobbit house is just for fantasy fans? Think again. Simon Dale built this eco-friendly masterpiece using mud, stone, and straw, with help from family and friends, in just 4 months and under $6,000. It's totally off-grid, with solar panels and water from a nearby spring. Would you go full Hobbit and live away from the noise of modern life? Number 7, the Glass House in Tokyo. No curtains, no walls, just full glass. Japanese architect So Fujimoto built this ultra-modern treehouse-style home called House NA in 2012. It's 3 stories of sunlight and ladders. No doors, just levels. Would you give up your privacy for that much natural light? Number 6, Falling Water in Pennsylvania. This one's for nature lovers. Built in 1935 by architect Frank Lloyd Wright, Falling Water is literally built on top of a waterfall. Commissioned by the Kaufman family, it was originally a summer home. Now it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. How wild would it be to fall asleep to the sound of a real waterfall every night? Number 5, the Airplane House in Costa Rica. Ever dreamed of living in a plane? Bruce Campbell made it real. He repurposed an old Boeing 727 into a 2-bedroom vacation house in the Costa Rican jungle. Panoramic ocean views? Check. Recycled jet parts? Check. Bruce even has another plane house project in Japan. Would you take off into retirement in something like this? Number 4, the Clocktower house in Brooklyn, New York City. This isn't just a house, it's time itself. Built into a 100-year-old clock tower, this 650 square meter penthouse gives you 360-degree views of Manhattan, Brooklyn, and Queens through the clock faces. It sold for $15 million. So here's the real question. Could you live inside the hands of time? Number 3, the Flintstones house in California. Yabba Dabba. Do you want to live in the Stone Age? Florence Fang built this prehistoric gem in Hillsborough, California. Dinosaurs, domes, and all. It stirred up drama with the neighbors, but Florence stood her ground, literally. Would you trade a cookie-cutter house for some bedrock flair? Number 2, the floating seahorse in Dubai. What if your living room floated and your bedroom was underwater? Welcome to the floating seahorse villas near the World Islands in Dubai. They cost millions, have coral reef views from the master bedroom, and float off the coast of a man-made British island. Could you live above the sea and sleep below it? And number 1, the Egg House in Beijing, China. No, this isn't a sci-fi prop. Artist Dai Haifei built an egg-shaped micro-home on a Beijing sidewalk in 2010 for just $964. Why? Because rent prices were too high. Powered by solar panels, insulated with sawdust, and complete with a tiny bed and books, this house is both a protest and a place to rest. Would you trade luxury for simplicity if it meant owning your space? So, which one would you call home? The rock? The clock? Or are you Team Hobbit? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so YouTube knows to show you more cool stuff like this. See you next time on Terrific 10.